Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the latest edition of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Elyachar, the chief content producer and writer of jakestake.com, a pop culture entertainment news website. Before we get started, if you're liking this, if you're watching this on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're listening to this on our audio channels, please give us a 5-star review and please download and subscribe. I'm very, very thrilled and excited to welcome my guest on my right. He started out his career as a dancer with Kaba Modern, and you might have seen him on America's Best Dance Crew before he transitioned as an actor that started with recurring roles on The Walking Dead, Hawaii Five-O, and Franklin Bash before moving on to becoming leading roles on Netflix, Wu Assassins, and Fistful of Vengeance. And now he's going to be Kai on the CW's highly anticipated Walker Independence. And as of this recording, he has over 21,700 Instagram followers. So please help me welcome Lawrence Kao to the podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jacob. I'm excited to be here.
I'm very happy to have you here, Lawrence. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to talk with me today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
All right, Lawrence, when did you get interested in performing and how did that passion evolve into desire to pursue a career in the entertainment industry?
I think I started getting into the arts maybe in high school. Just started getting into theater, started doing small skits after school, and then uh, just I did some plays in high school, and then I decided to become a theater major in college. And then when I was in college, I got really interested in hip hop dance, in choreography dance, and then I started doing that. Eventually, I went on MTV's America's Best Dance Crew, competed with my team that I was on in college, and then after that, I just continued to venture into theater, which was what originally what I went to college for, and then I just started auditioning for things and just continued to pursue a career in storytelling.
That's incredible. I want to say you were part of the Kaba Modern dance crew, and I'm glad you brought up America's Best Dance Crew because how did your love of dance propel your performance style and your presentation as you move forward? Because you guys create several groundbreaking routines.
I mean, I think like we were just all motivated by dance and creating at that time. We were all young and we were driven, and then we just loved dance so much, and it was mainly just a hobby that we all enjoyed doing, and then a few of us got together and had the opportunity to compete on my television, and then yeah, and dance has also helped me aesthetically find myself, especially in my acting. I've been acting since high school and I've been doing theater, but my love for dance definitely um, helped me find my identity uh, as a mover and my movement, especially in characters that I portray on TV or on theater or on the screen.
That's incredible. So when did you decide, okay, I want to go and transition into acting? Because I want to keep dance in my life, but at the same time, I want to move as an actor.
Well, I actually started doing, I was acting before dance actually in high school, and that's originally what I wanted to do. And I studied theater in college, but dance sort of took over because I just got this crazy fascination to do it, and I still enjoy doing it so much. But I think over time I started to understand what my love was for, and it was definitely for storytelling. And just doing theater is just it's such an amazing experience. You learn something with the audience at the same time, and then there's just the feedback that you get immediately when you're doing theater is just so powerful. And I just wanted to continue to explore that, and here I am.
Awesome, awesome. I am a fellow theater kid. I did theater from fifth grade to senior year of high school. So
Yeah, I'm all about it. I love it.
I gotta say, there's nothing like a live performance.
Hmm.
Alrighty, so I would love to talk to you about when you started with television because many of my audience members might recognize you from your time on the originals and Sleepy Hollow and The Purge. So, what were some of the lessons that you learned from your time on those sets to help you grow as an actor?
I think in the beginning of the career, you're so focused on getting things correct, you forget that everything is a collaborative process. So you go on set feeling like you need to do X, Y, and Z. But as long as you work on the beliefs about the character, as long as you've been thinking about the subconscious thoughts about the character and building um, who this guy is around these circumstances. And there's no really need to prep so hard, especially with the lines, because you're going into set as a collaborative artist. There's a director. There's so many different elements that are coming together. So once I realized that when I was going in there to rehearse and I was going in there to find this character, I didn't have to be so nervous about prepping about these things. It just comes so much more easily now because story is the most important thing overall. It's not necessarily how you look. It's not what your presentation is. It's not like, you're not trying to do a performance. You're just trying to be this character who you already are, and they casted you as that character. So in the end, it's just to relax, to have a good time, to play, to tell a good story, and I think that's the most important thing.
And that's incredible because you have to have the best part of what I love about watching people is that you have to have the best you have to enjoy the moment because you don't know when you're going to be next time you're going to have that set. You have that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like just in life, in everyday life, we should take that too, and just enjoy what this moment is, because this is all that we do have, right? And so taking that concept and putting it into your work as an actor, I feel like is super important.
Awesome. So as you are going and working your way into the entertainment industry, what are some of the challenges that you face, like getting from role to role, and how have you overcome those obstacles?
I mean, the biggest challenge as an actor is it's got to be the rejection, because you're auditioning so many times. There's going to be so many no's, but it's just like keeping your head in the right headspace, trying to remember and ground yourself as to why you're doing what you're doing. It's not for fame. It's not for followers. It's not for people to worship you in any kind of way. It's because you just absolutely enjoy doing this. You love storytelling. You love making people feel emotions. You love making people feel empathy for people that aren't like you. And so over the years, it's been challenging when you don't get jobs, or when things don't go your way, because your head starts going like, well, I deserve this, I need this, like I need this for my career. But like over time, once you get grounded in why you're doing this in the first place, that eventually goes away.
Awesome. That's incredible to hear. And you have been on a hot streak, my friend, because I will like you portrayed Tommy Wah in Netflix's Wu Assassins and its follow-up film, Fistful of Vengeance. In your humble opinion, how did the Wu Assassins universe elevate the action genre for Netflix?
Yeah, I don't think Netflix had a genre like that. It mixed fantasy with martial arts. It had Eco. He's from the Raid Redemption, working with his crew, and all the action designers behind that project. I really feel like it created like a fun space for Netflix to explore martial arts in this kind of way. And yeah, I'm glad we got the opportunity to do that for that streaming network and platform. And Fistful of Vengeance was so much fun to do as well. And we shot that in Thailand, which was so amazing. It's a character in itself, just being in Bangkok and shooting these action scenes is just, I never thought that I would be able to experience something like that in my career. So just hitting that milestone for me was just like, man, this is awesome. I'm surrounded by all these amazing martial artists, and I'm able to just play with them and be around things blowing up and just running around. It's great.
And it also has the opportunity to elevate your craft as well, because having those martial artists, I'm like, okay, I would love to learn. How can I improve on everything?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just and just having a background in dance helped me move physically through the space, especially with these like huge martial artists. Like they've been doing this for years, and it's just been it was such a humbling experience, and I just learned so much watching them and taking what I could physically from the whole experience. I think it helped me elevate my acting as well. Just to find myself in Tommy Wah's body much more. And hopefully I can take that and then put it into my other characters down the line.
Awesome. I want to talk to you about, like, how do you think Tommy Wah has evolved as a character between both the Wu Assassins and Fistful of Vengeance, and where do you, and if there's a follow up, where do you think Tommy goes?
I mean, Tommy, he's gone through a lot since the first season. He was a drug addict. He always thought people looked down upon him, and he was just digging himself a hole trying to get out of the mindset of him being less than, because he was thinking that he was less than. He kept kicking himself on the floor when he was already down. And I think because I mean, spoiler alert, my sister gets killed in between the first season and the movie. And I think that grounds Tommy in a way where he realizes, hey, you know, I'm not a fuck up. Because at the end of the first season, he realizes he's not a fuck up, and then there's room for growth, and he can help his friends and family along the way in this adventure. And taking that and the death of his sister, I think Tommy Wah is just out for blood in the second movie, and he's just trying. He's still stubborn in the fact that he's just trying. All he's thinking about is getting revenge for his sister, and I guess that is the driving force for him in the second movie. I mean, the movie is also about brotherhood and how friends come together to fight an evil and to avenge the death of someone that they love. I don't know if Netflix is going to do another movie, but if they do, hopefully they can. What we all want with these movies, we just want something entertaining. We want a lot of action. Like story story is good, but as long as the story is simple, and then we can just like take the movie and elevate the action, I think that's what the audience wants. It's like a popcorn flick.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I would love a popcorn. And speaking of popcorn, already there are it's tons of buzz about the Walker Independence. So congratulations on that. You will be playing Kai. So what attracted you to this project?
I think what attracted me to this project in the first place were we're actually the people behind it. I met the director and executive producer Larry Tang, and he was telling me and telling me that this was going to be something special, especially to do a Western and to have someone that looks like me within it, to flesh out a character that's like Asian American in a show that would typically not explore those kind of characters. They might just be side characters, and story wise, we wouldn't really go into depth about a Chinese railroad worker. And to be able to play a person like this, and a character that's just so much that has so many more layers, I felt was a kind of responsibility on my behalf. And I thought it would be cool to just take how this character sounds, but make him cool and give him some soul. I feel like a lot of these characters, a lot of these Chinese characters, if they had accents, people usually look down upon accents. Even as an Asian American actor, it's always like, man, I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't want to jump into an accent and do an accent because people are gonna look down upon it. It might bring our people back. But I thought this might be an opportunity for me to play a character like this and be like, no, man, let's embrace this. You know.
I'm totally, and
Um,
here's the thing, I am so happy that you guys are, that it is finally taking, I'm in awe, I'm in shock, and then I'm like, blue, that this is the time to do it. And I'm like, I'm just so in awe, and I'm like in wonder, because no one has touched upon this in any media about the Chinese railroad workers. I'm so glad that Walker Independence is giving them a spot, and you're going to have that opportunity to do that.
Yeah, it's fun. There's a lot of westerns that are popping up right now too, and so I think what we're trying to do is just like show how people really were, how people really did exist back then. Obviously, story is there's gonna be a lot of cool backstory. There's gonna be a lot of twists and turns, and I think that's what's gonna make this exciting because the people in the town that look like us, so many things have happened during that time in history, and to allow that to sit in the background with characters that look like us and to see how we can incorporate that and play with each other within this environment is, I think, is going to be really fascinating and interesting for audience members.
I totally agree. Okay, can you give us a little teaser of when we first meet Kai, and how you think he is going to be building throughout this first season?
What's fun about network TV is that the story is like constantly building. So, you go into this not necessarily knowing what's going to happen. And that's exciting. That's the exciting thing about me too. So as the audience members are watching, I'm learning about my character as well. But, you know, all I can say is Kai is trying to find himself and his identity in independence. There might be some things that he's trying to absolve himself from a previous life. And he's one of the lines that he says in the first episode is that um, sometimes you just know when you need a new beginning. And I think for his character and even for all the characters, they're trying to find themselves. They're trying to figure out what's going on in their lives at this point, in comparison to what has happened in the past. And they're just trying to push forward. And Kai, he worked on the railroads in San Francisco, and eventually he found himself in Texas Independence. And he's just taking all the cards that he's been given in his life, and he's playing the best hand that he can possible.
And that's
Um,
uh, and that's all he can do. And like it feels like there are similarities between Tommy and Kai.
um, yeah, I mean, in the end, like everyone can connect with what Kai's going through. Anyone can connect with what Tommy is going through. We're all trying to figure out who we are, and we're all trying to figure out our place in society. And yeah, I hope when people watch Walker Independence and people can have hope in their own lives that that it's not the end, that they can find a new beginning and then they can find themselves again.
Awesome. So, second to last question. Are you ready?
Yes, let's
So,
do it.
alrighty. So, actually, third last question. So, what are some of your favorite social media apps that you like to connect with your fans?
um I'm only on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter as well, but I'm not really on the platform as much. But yeah, if people want to connect with me, follow me on Instagram or follow me on Twitter. Hopefully I'll be more active on there. But yeah, those are the only two platforms that I'm currently using at the moment.
Awesome. So, if you had a chance to sit down with actors who want to say, "Okay, I've been through this. I wanted to go from transition from extra work to some more of a supporting roles in the networks or in streaming," what advice would you share with them?
Um, I think the most important thing is just that they continue to work on their craft. That's the only thing that you have. If you're not taking classes, you should be taking classes. You should be you should be working out. It's like going to the gym. You got to keep your muscles strong. And also, like, it's literally beliefs about if you can do it or not. If you believe that you can make it, if you have the belief that you have a story to tell and that you can actually make a difference in entertainment, I'd say just believe in yourself and go do it. It's like the people think like, it's so difficult to become a doctor, right? There's so many things that you have to do. Like it'd be so hard for me to do it. But if I was like, what do I need to do? I gotta go to med school. I gotta go do this. I gotta X, Y, and Z. It's the same thing as acting. Sometimes we put acting on a pedestal. We're like, yeah, man, I can't believe they're doing that. But it's just a job. It literally is just a job. Like, how do you become this? Just figure it out, and enjoy
Absolutely.
the journey.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the final question, are you ready?
Maybe.
Where can they connect with you on social media? That's number one. Number two, where can they find Walker Independence? And finally, where can they find Woo Assassins and Fistful of Vengeance?
You guys can follow me at I am Lawrence Kao. It's IAMLAWRENCEKAO, my name. And you can catch Walker Independence on the CW on October 6th, or you can download their app and you can watch it for free the next day. And if you guys want some good action, go watch Woo Assassins or Fistful of Vengeance on Netflix.
Awesome, Lawrence. Thank you so much. So, guys, if you missed an episode of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar podcast, visit our channels on Apple Podcasts, Deezer, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Spotify, and Spreaker. It's Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. Now, are you on social media? Because I'm on social media too. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. And Lawrence, just to let you know, my platform that started all, jakes-take.com, just celebrating 11 years.
Awesome. That's amazing.
Thank you so much. And guys, if you want to find more interviews, including my interview with Justin Johnson Cortez, visit jakes-take.com. Lawrence, thank you so much. I am so excited for your show, and I'm so excited to see what you do next.
Thank you. Take care, Jacob.
All righty. Guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to watch this. And until next time, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and have a great one. Goodbye.